welcome. Come on in. How you doing? Well, oh, just about spilled my tea. Ooh, it's a cold one out today. How are you guys doing?
It's a cold one out today. How are you guys doing?
Okay, let me mute that. There we go. So, okay, so I'm just looking at some stuff here. So, how you doing? It's good to see you. All right, so today's topic, the promised life. The promised life, the deception of the narcissist. As the narcissist often promises us a good life. They lead us to believe with their love bombing and their manipulations that they're good peoples, right? They're good peoples. And we often, I know for myself, and I'm going to speak for myself here, where I've often looked at the narcissist and there was something about them, something that, every time I move, you guys get that light in your eyes. There we go. So every time, I looked at the narcissist, I'd be like, what do they have that I haven't got? Like there's this something about them that just, and it wasn't the looks that attracted me to the narcissist. It was their charisma of having no fear. Like, it's like they didn't put up with people's bullshit antics. They didn't put up with life's, crap. Like there was something about the narcissist that just had me gravitate to them, that just, I want what they want. And coming out of this relationship, or many relationships with the narcissist, you come to find that, they really don't have anything that you want. You don't want what they have to give, obviously, but you find out that the hard way. And so when we are traumatized and left abandoned by the narcissist, we go through this identity crisis. And I think, maybe that's what got us into trouble in the first place, as we're going through separation anxiety, as we're dealing with a wounded heart, we're dealing with heartbreak syndrome, that we don't know we're in. And then we're left looking at the narcissist through the lens of having an identity crisis, even though we don't know we're having an identity. We're kind of in a world of hurt before we get into the narcissist's grip, and we don't even recognize it. That's why it's important for us to be self-aware before we get involved with anybody else and form friendships or close relationships with people. We need to be able to self-identify. Self-awareness is most important, but the life you lead, I'm here to tell you, even though the narcissist has this promised land of milk and honey, their own deceptive version of milk and honey, and the promised land with the narcissist is not a promised life. See, the life you lead is uniquely designed for you. Yet, because you live so closely with other people in your little habitats of, friends and family, living in the same house you are, or you're in a community of city dwellers, we often fall into a false sense of security, a mistaken belief that our lives should actually mirror those lives around us. When we see our neighbors flourishing, we may long for success, but we rarely pause to consider the sacrifices and the hard work that brought our neighbors to where they are now. How often do we go for a walk and just kind of see into somebody's house as they have the curtains open when we see the family there? Sorry, my ear just popped. I'm trying to yawn. is popped for some reason. Weird feeling. So I know when I go for walks, I tend to just kind of sneak a peek into people's homes and see what they have on the decorations on their walls, what color of walls they painted, their living rooms or whatever, and who's there. Sometimes you see somebody standing up and they're talking to somebody, or it's just very neat to see. And you just kind of wonder, what's going on inside that house? What's going on inside their lives? And we rarely consider the sacrifices and the hard work that each person, our neighbors, have to put in order to have that nice home, in order to have that big screen TV on the wall, in order to have their family pets that, you walk by their house and they're just coming out of their house to walk their family pet. And then you see the 3 cars in their garage and a double garage. Like you're just like, wow, that's a beautiful house. And what does somebody have to do to have that mansion, And we don't understand that they've earned their keep. They've paid their dues. They've earned that house. They've earned those cars. And they've likely sacrificed a lot just so that they could have what they have. And I'm making this comparison because a lot of times we compare ourselves to the narcissist in the way that we think that they're doing so much better than we are. And it may be, maybe they have more money than us. Maybe they have a fancier car. Maybe they have the house and we don't. But at what cost? See, when we succumb to comparison, we end up asking ourselves, why them and not me? We assume their happiness must come from their nice clothes and their luxury cars and their beautiful homes, right? But all of this is just surface. It's mere eye candy. And still I have to question, do we stop to reflect on this truth that what did they have to do? Like, can you imagine? You want what the narcissist wants. You want what other people want, but do you often consider that they've had to make sacrifices for what they have, and that came at a price? And would you be willing to do that also? Would you be willing to make that sacrifice? I mean, when we look at the narcissist, I know for myself, it's like, oh, I want that charisma. I want that go get 'em attitude. I want that, taking names kind of attitude where they're just like, they don't put up with anybody's bullshit antics. Like, they don't. And they have this fire inside of them where they just have this no fear. They're just bold and bodacious. And it's like, I want that. I want what they can teach me that. Surely their goodness can rub off on me, right? No. If you desire what the narcissist has, then you must also have to accept the price that they pay to get it. See, the narcissist projects their attitudes, their demeanor, their negative feelings onto us. And we end up taking the consequence for that. So that's something we unwillingly take on. But if you want something from the narcissist, there's a price to pay for it. See, there's the unwilling consequence that we have to pay when we absorb their projections. But when you go into a relationship with the narcissist and say, I want something, they can give me something, I want something from them, whatever it may be, there's a price. Because you're going in this willingly. I need something from them. I want something from them. And oftentimes that need and want trumps or, stands above their charming ways. That may be why you look over those red flags, because no, your want from them is surpasses everything. And so you're willing to look over the red flags just so that you can get what you can get from the narcissist. But there's a price to pay to get from the narcissist. See, the promised life is not the promised land of the narcissist. The promised life that the narcissist is willing to give, there's a price. You have to sacrifice. Just like when we follow God, there's a sacrifice we make. People don't think that, but there's a sacrifice. We have to lay down our sinful natures in order to follow God correctly and adopt his character. There's a sacrifice. So if there's a sacrifice for God to follow him, surely there must be a sacrifice to follow the narcissist. And we don't think we're following the narcissist. We just think, I want their charisma. I want what they got. I don't have that. I'm shy. I'm the wallflower of the group, and I'm just the quiet person. And you see the narcissist and you're like, they're all flashy in their charisma, and you're like, I want what they want. So you go after them. And it's a double-edged sword, because what you want from them, there's a price to pay for getting what you want. Hi, Joe. How you doing? So we all have narcissistic traits, Joe. That's the thing. Our ego doesn't want to admit that we're narcissistic too, but we're just in a different way. And we can't see the narcissism from the perspective of empathy. But when we lay down our empathy and take a look at this, there is a reason why we fall for a narcissist. And we've gaslit ourselves into believing that, they're the abuser. Well, they are. They abuse us, and we abuse ourselves. See, the narcissist cannot be hurt. Nobody can hurt the narcissist, because they are, they have this superior attitude that they're above everybody. So, okay, let them have that attitude, because with that attitude, nobody can hurt them. How we hurt them is to not do and fall in line of what their superiority dictates. But oftentimes when we go into and I'm going to speak for myself, we don't see it. We don't see it until after the healing comes. So, nobody, I could say this, nobody ever dare tell me that I'm a narcissist and I'm manipulating myself and manipulating the narcissist to get something out of the narcissist. Don't you dare tell me that. I'm in love with the narcissist. I can definitely say that, I would take offense if somebody were to tell me this now, when I was in the narcissistic relationship. I would totally take offense. Totally. And where your offense is, that's the area you need to work on the most. Because the whole point in life is not to get offended, not to allow things bother you. Because when you allow them to bother you, you're judging. And we're supposed to just, our brain cannot tell the difference between fantasy and reality. It's our consciousness that judges things between right and wrong, and what we like and what we don't like. And for me, my ex-husband, I saw that he was Mr. Tough Guy. He was bold. He was a skinny arms, but that guy had power. He didn't lift weights, but he was like over 6 foot tall, and he wasn't skinny, but he wasn't muscular either. And he was just the tough guy where he had natural strength in his arms, and he would just freaking do things, and I was like, wow, that's Mr. Tough Guy. That I was attracted to, because I saw his muscular nature as a protecting. But no, he used his muscular nature against all things. And there was no play fighting with him. It was like, you play fight, you got to expect to get hurt. So I didn't play fight with him, got to protect the glasses, you know? So it's like, yeah. So. Hey Kev, how you doing? So when you know, I really thought that the narcissist could teach me how to be bold and brave. But I was already bold and brave. And God put situations in my life to challenge that, to bring that out of me, because we can all do we can do all things in Christ Jesus, who is our strength, right? And a lot of the times I was put into situations when my ex-husband wasn't around, and I had to be bold and I had to be brave. And I didn't think about, oh, I can do this because my husband is like this. No, I turned to Jesus and I did this. I stood up against things and I did things on my own, and I it was Jesus that developed my charisma and my boldness and my no fear. So no. Okay, Kev. Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it then, okay? You see, you just read my comment and you got a seizure. You're damn mad. No, I just didn't know how to address it. You know, because some things don't need addressing. So, you know what? You're entitled to your opinion. If you think I'm seizing and wigging out, go for it. You know, have fun. Have fun making fun of me. You know, go for it. If that's what makes you feel good, power to you. But you know what? Let's keep this on a topic, you know? So you want to make fun of me? Go for it. Have a beautiful day. So, hi, Sophia. How are you doing? Welcome to this video. How you doing? Some people think I'm, an idiot, but whatever. They're entitled to their opinions, right? So anyway, so as I was saying, as I was rudely interrupted, and I'm not making fun of anybody who has seizures. This was a direct comment to somebody else who was being rude here. So I apologize to people, but sometimes you got to call out the narcissist. Yeah. Pointing fingers. Let's do this. Bring it. Anyway, so I'm willing to call myself out on this because I didn't recognize this until after I started the healing process. That, yeah, I was a narcissist to myself. And I've said this before, that a lot of times you will understand that the narcissist brings out in you what you are ignoring, what God needs you to see in you, so you can love yourself unconditionally. Because a lot of times we don't love ourselves unconditionally, and we go to the narcissist to look for that love, to look and find our salvation in the love of somebody else. And God's like, no, 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 no. All you need to do is love yourself, and we don't know how to. We don't know how to unconditionally love ourselves because we have been conditionally loved, as we have been conditioned to accept conditional love. So, yeah, it's a tricky wicket, as they would say. So if you desire what the narcissist has, like I said for myself, I desired their charisma, I desired their bravado, their just, go get 'em attitude. But I already had that. Hi everyone, how you doing? Nice to see you. So I didn't realize that in turning to the narcissist and seeking them out to fulfill these desires in me that I didn't really know I had, but I knew that they had something that I didn't have, I didn't recognize that there was a price to pay. Narcissists often sacrifice their potential in the Lord for worldly gain. As some narcissists are made in the womb, some are made in the it's really tricky, but the fact of the matter is, somewhere along the line, the narcissist denies the light that they have access to. And they trade true fulfillment in the Lord for superficial status, charisma, charm, social validation, and fleeting admiration. Is that really what you want? To gain what they have means following their path. It means absolving yourself of accountability to God. It means choosing a life of non-commitment, non-responsibility, and self-centered ambition at the expense of your higher calling. Is it really worth it? Just think what you feel at the final discard when the narcissist leaves you. You're left, just thirsting for the truth and thirsting for answers, and you're left in a world of torment where it seems like your mind just won't let you stop. This merry-go-round of just thinking, and you're in a state of panic. Like, really, you're in a state of panic. That's because you're in a state of heartbroken syndrome. And this is exactly what the narcissist is going through. Without you to cover this wound, without you and other people that they can mirror, this is exactly what they are feeling. This is the projection. This is the ultimate projection that they leave you with. It's like the narcissist is there. Now you know how I'm feeling. Now you know how I frickin' feel. Have you ever heard the narcissist say that to you? You know how I'm feeling. Now you know. Now you know how I feel. Have you ever said, oh, I'm not feeling very good today. I'm under the weather. Oh, I'm feeling sick too. Have you ever, my ex-husband always used to say that to me. I'd be like, I got a headache. You always got a headache. Or I'm not feeling well today. I'm not feeling well either. So what does the narcissist expect you to do? Cater to them, cater to their illness and help them through it while you're sick yourself. Hi, resistor, how you doing? So it's like when you are left at the final discard and you're left like your heart is left bleeding on the floor, beating, and you're just like trying to pick up your heart and place it back in your chest, but you're blind with tears, and you've got this heart in your hand, and you're like, it's beating and bleeding, and you're just like, you're feeling it and you're trying to nurture it, but you don't know how, and you're blind, and it's like you're a freaking mess. You're inside out. Hi, Sarah Smiles. How you doing? Hi, Juliet. How you doing? Nice to see everyone. So this is what the narcissist is feeling all the time, and this is why the narcissist uses you. Yeah, they use you. We like to use these words of manipulation and gaslight, but ultimately they are using you for their own gain. And what they are using you for is so that they don't have to feel and take a look at themselves. See, the narcissist cannot cry. They cry crocodile tears, but when we're devalued and discarded, our tears are real. But them, no, do they cry? They may cry, but they can't self-actualize and self-empathize, and they're just feeling this raw emotion that is self-inflicted, that continues to inflict themselves, and it's self-devouring, self-defeating, and they have to project onto us, because if they don't, they'll succumb to this. They have to attack even on a live feed. I know. That's who they are. So it's I probably shouldn't have reacted the way I did, but I just like, yeah, I just had enough, you know. Sometimes you just have enough. And it's our channel and we can, you know, I mean, even King David, he acted crazy. He drooled and started talking gibberish and acting crazy just so that he wouldn't be caught by the enemy. So, yeah. So anyways, when you seek your worth through a narcissist, it's important for you to understand the cost. The narcissist is devoid of any moral value and integrity, and they thrive on a world that permits them to escape accountability. Their actions have already condemned them. We don't need visible proof to believe it. Through the lens of spirituality, of course, we can see the deeper truth of the heart of the narcissist, as this is just a reflection of the world's rewards pursued without God. See, the narcissist is the person who makes up the world. So a group of people, you know, a huge group of people, legion, make up, you know, a community. And this legion of narcissists got together to expand their community to create cities. And on a worldwide level, if you were looking down from a bird's eye view, you would see the world is scattered and sectioned off, but it's just one great big Babylon, one great big Sodom and Gomorrah. So, nothing but good vibes for me with someone who, I live with someone who, well, I can identify. Hang on to those good vibes. Hang on to those good vibes. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Good going, Sarah. That's awesome to hear. So, the actions of the narcissist have already condemned them, but we don't see. You know, we come in after the fact, or they hide the consequence, or, you know, they project the feelings and the consequence onto somebody else. So we come in as the newbie, the new supply. We come in and we see the narcissist all like a bright shining bauble because they're, you know, proud of themselves, and they manipulated themselves or the situation to go into their favor. But we don't see their hard work. We don't see the lack of hard work. We don't get to see the lack of integrity. It's not until we live or we are a friend with the narcissist for a while that we really get to see the truth. And the truth is that the narcissist seems to get away with what they do, but not for very long. It's when we start taking back our power and stop absorbing their projections. They have to either hang on to their projection or go find another supply to project that onto someone else. And when you start seeking your worth in a narcissist, the cost is to gain their projection. We don't see this and we don't see this right away, because obviously it's just, you know, it's we're slowly, like, these projections are slowly leaked onto us, slowly. Hi Herbal, how you doing? Oh, he was referring to me because I went to read his comment because I didn't want it. I wanted to expose him, but I didn't say anything, so I let the comment go through, and then he, you know, responded with that I had a seizure. So I responded, yeah, I got tics. I'm freaking out. So, but anyways, yeah, I don't think I should have responded like that, but I just was being a shit disturber, you know, being a, you know, smart ass, you know, but no, I think he left. I didn't block him yet, and if he starts arguing and being rude, yeah, he'll be blocked. But I didn't block him because I wanted him to respond. If he wanted to respond, he's welcome to. But if not, bye-bye, see you later. So, um, so Resistor says they know how to be nice, but they don't want to be nice, so they know what they're doing. Exactly. They know. Yeah. What was the last book that I read? The Bible? I'm still reading it. It'll be the only, well, it's not the only book that I've read, but it's it's the one that I refer to every day. So yeah, truthfully, it's the last book that I read. So the last book in the Bible that I read was, well, probably, what was it? John? 1 John. So, oh, you reported it for harassment. Thank you. Oh, you guys are on it. Thank you so much. So the narcissist path is different from ours, even though it appears like they are, they're like us. The narcissist is our neighbor, is our friend, family member, and oftentimes we look at them and they're like, we say to ourselves, when we don't know and see the narcissism, of course, but when we first look at these people, we're like, wow, they seem so charismatic. Wow, they're just so well put together. Wow, they've got life going for them. They've got the house. They've got the picket fence. They've got the wife. They've got the kids. They've got the good job. But do they really? Do they really? Again, we don't know the sacrifice that anybody has made to have what they consider a good life. And having all these things is not what a good life makes. And that's the point. God is trying to show us that the good life comes from within. See, for us, our good life path, the promised life, the promised land is different. Way different. See, we're justified through faith in Jesus Christ. When we look at Him, when we look at Jesus, our faith is rewarded. Yet, how often do we break faith, turning our gaze to the allure of the world? This distraction becomes even more pronounced when we're entangled with the narcissist. When we're drawn into their orbit, the merry-go-round of mayhem, when we're drawn into that, we allow them to lead our hearts away from God as we allow them to take the lead. And when the narcissist takes the lead in your life, oh my goodness, watch the problems, watch chaos and disaster take hold. So the further that we allow the narcissist to take the lead, the further they lead us away from Jesus. And the easier it is then for them to manipulate and beguile us into choices that we otherwise would not make. You want the life with the narcissist? You want to share the good life with the narcissist? Well, then there's the price to pay for that. There's a sacrifice. You got to sacrifice your worth. You got to sacrifice yourself. You become the living sacrifice for the narcissist, so the narcissist can have you as eye candy and parade you around their lifestyle to lead other people to believe that the narcissist has a good life. Not with you, just the narcissist has a good life, because with the narcissist, it's all about them. You're secondary, if that. So Sophia says the last verse that I read before the live was Luke chapter 14, verse 26. Awesome. Awesome. So, you miss your narcissist? Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. That happens. We often do miss our narcissist but we have to ask ourselves, are we missing the narcissist, or are we actually missing how they made us feel when times were good? And are we missing the good routine that we had with them? The lifestyle that afforded us the happy house, the friends, and the affluent lifestyle, and spending time with somebody. Oftentimes being alone is not something that we want to think of, and we'd rather be with the narcissist than be alone. And so that's kind of what we have to ask ourselves. You need another one. Power to you. Personally, hi MMM. Personally, I can't have any narcissistic people around me. No way, no how. Good for you. Yeah, that's what Nicholas, I agree with Sophia. You don't need another one. You're just asking for trouble. But, excuse me, when we remain steadfast in Christ, the truth is then illuminated as we then begin to see the narcissist world for what it truly is. It's a counterfeit of God's promises, built on fleeting desires and empty pursuits. See, it's just like the promised land when Moses led, people to the promised land. God told the Israelites to go and take over these territories. Take for yourself the territory that you want. Overthrow the inhabitants of that land. Okay? What does the narcissist do for us? Come on in. You're welcome to live on my land. You're welcome. Stay. Eat the milk and honey. There's lots to go around. And after the narcissist earns our trust, what do? They start overthrowing us to prevent us from taking their land. So, yeah. So you can see the counterfeit of God's promises. And this is built on fleeting desires and empty pursuits. Now, God's promise to us is unchanging, unwavering. And his promise is that he will never leave us or forsake us. Yet this promise does come with a decision, a sacrifice that demands clarity. See, God gave us the responsibility to read Scripture so that we can make an informed decision to, after reading Scripture, we yes, I want to follow you, Jesus, yes. But this following is never forced. But God loves us so much that he's like, oh, here, before you decide to follow me, I want you not to blindly follow. I want you to read my word and see if I am somebody who you want to follow. But the narcissist doesn't do that. See, the narcissist is all counterfeit to holiness, to godliness. They're the godless people. Hi, John. John, Matthew 55. Hi, how you doing? What to do when narcissistic wife abandons you with the kids and alienated the kids against their own loving father? Can you afford a lawyer? There's on the internet, there is free advice that you can get from lawyers depending on where you are in the States or Canada. We have a thing in Canada called Dial-A-Law where you can get free half-an-hour advice from a lawyer. So that would be the way to go. Oh, it is being legally managed. Good. And let your lawyer know about, parental alienation and narcissism. Try to find a lawyer that understands the narcissistic trap. I mean, it's still not recognized in courts, but it's starting to gain ground. So, but the courts in India favor the woman and listen to the kids. Yeah, see. Okay, so you're in India. Ooh, I don't know the laws in India. So anybody, if you guys can offer John some information, that would be helpful. I'll see what I can scrounge up after this video and, you know, see what we can find. But yeah, I know on YouTube there is a woman who deals with, I don't know her name though, but she does deal with, she's like, I don't know if she's a lawyer, but she deals with this stuff. This is her expertise. So okay, I'm just reading. Okay, so I thought I missed something there. So, can God not do the impossible and touch my wife's heart to humbleness? Not when it comes to narcissism. I mean, yes, I mean, God even touched Pharaoh's heart. Yes, that is true. You're right. God can. And, you know, that's a good thing. Pray, you know. But in the meantime, you know, start healing yourself. Start, you know, taking control. And how you do that is to take control of your own life. Understand where you need to heal. And I can't speak about the laws. I can't speak about, you know, you should do this and you should do that concerning your kids, because I don't know what the laws in India stipulate, so I can't speak to that. So the best thing that you can do is pray about it, and also allow God to lead you and allow Him to heal you. So oh, is that who she is? Sung is awesome. Okay, so what's her name? Okay, you guys were on it. Thanks. Okay, so I'm just trying to scroll here. Okay. Is it Elizabeth Sung? Or no, Rebecca Zung. Okay, thank you, Sonia. So, yeah, so John, look up Rebecca Zung. Z-U-N-G is her last name. So, hi Monica, it's nice to meet you. I think Nicholas is crushing on Shannon. What? Oh, yeah, you know what? Here, that's my wash and set. There. Ah, it's so beautiful now. How's that? Oh, mwah. There we go. Here's my wash and set. So, thanks. And you know, maybe tomorrow you can pay to get my nails done. Maybe tomorrow you can help me pick out some lashes there, Michael, or Nicholas, sorry, Michael, whoever you are. See, I'm not good with names either, so it's just, I'm so superficial. That's why I don't know anybody's names. I called you Michael. Oh, that was the name of my last narcissist boyfriend. Oh, I'm just being a smart ass. I'm sorry. So, anyways, so we suffer in narcissistic relationships, obviously, but why? Why? We suffer to learn. We suffer to grow and to be refined. Or we suffer later with no hope of return. The choice is ours. It's always been our choice. But the invitation is always to draw closer to the one who gave everything for our salvation. You're welcome, Sophia. You know, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Just, you know, just have fun. Life is to have fun. We can't take ourselves so seriously, right? And I deal with, this is natural curl, and I don't want to sit there and curl my hair and make my hair dry. I love my hair, but you know what? I'm not vain, and I just put it up and I just let it go. Let it do what it wants. I'm not here for, looks. But if that's what you guys are here for, well, whatever turns you on, I'm not responsible for that. I'm, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, so just have fun. Don't take yourself so seriously, and don't take people so seriously either, because most oftentimes when you're dealing with somebody who like for example a narcissist, they are so anal. Let's just put it that way. They are just so, it's like they got a red poker stuck in their eye or something, or somewhere else. And they don't know how to have fun, and they take life so seriously because they treat this competition, they have this competition between us, and they treat it like a game. But if they lose, oh, it's not a game anymore. It's like, this is the real deal. They're playing to win. And when you learn that life is to be thought of and taken as being fun, you'll go places. When you allow yourself to not take you or other people or life so seriously, even though there is serious stuff in there, but when you learn to just let yourself loosen up just a little bit, you'll find that life loosens its grip on you, and it's not so controlling. Hey Margaret, how you doing? Yeah, I said a bad word. So, sorry Margaret. I'll watch my words. That's why I said the red hot poker in their eye. So God gives us an open invitation to follow him because he is our everything. But the narcissist wants us to gravitate to the narcissist and bow down to them, and they project onto us, and this projection leads us to believe that, oh, the narcissist is everything. I can't do anything without them. I need them. I need them. I want them. I need them. I need them. Like, this is such a need that we actually act homesick for the narcissist when we need to be acting homesick for God. So do you see this for yourselves? Like, the narcissist thrives in deception. They are a counterfeit of holiness, presenting a false light that masquerades, yay, Macarena, masquerades as angelic. A light they claim is sent by God to protect, lead, and guide all of us. This illusion entices us to desire the narcissist's love as if it were eternal. Yet the truth remains hidden until our own light, rooted in God, reveals the depth of our own lies and their lies. As we adopt the narcissist's lies as for ourselves, and we end up gaslighting ourselves. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Margaret. We're here 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 10 o'clock in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. So, I'm not perfect, but I can't let them get away with bullshit. Exactly. So, oh, trust me, I've seen lukewarm and chameleon people, so I know. Yeah, exactly. They're, you pinned it, you pegged it, that's for sure. So, see, the narcissist, their light is blinding. Even though they come walking in as a light, as God says, be careful that the enemy comes in as an angel of light. Well, the narcissist light, it's blinding as it keeps us unaware of seeing the truth of who the narcissist is, and it blinds us to see who we are to ourselves. So that lets us know that, okay, not all light is created equal, right? Sorry, I'm distracted reading your comments. Okay, I'm going to stay on topic here, okay? So, not all light is created equal. The narcissist's radiance is a facade, a mere reflection of the manipulation meant to keep you in darkness. You're in darkness against yourself, as you can't see yourself, who you truly are and who you truly want to be. You're being tried to, the narcissist is trying to fit you in this mold of their own making. You're like the square peg and they're the round hole, and they're trying to bash you, trying to get you to fit, and you don't fit. And the narcissist also keeps you away from seeing who they really are until you're discarded, until the final, countdown, until the final act, the final play is done, and you're just left there weeping, and you can't move. You're stunned into how somebody could do this to you when they claim they love you. They don't love. They don't know how. And why they don't know how is because they were never taught. As somewhere in their youth or even in the womb, the empathy that they were meant to have left. It never developed, or it underdeveloped, and it left. And this has to do with parental upbringing. See, narcissism is symptoms of trauma. It's a trauma-based behavior disorder. But does that mean that we get to feel sorry for them? No. We have trauma-based behavioral disorders too, where we fawn and we regulate our emotions through other people, and we have this sense of separation anxiety, and have these attachment deficits. Yeah, we've got issues too. Doesn't mean we're bad people, because once we see this, we can change. But the narcissist, they can't change because they can't see it. Because why? They have no empathy. So give over for narcissistic. I like that. So the narcissist is the very essence of deception. They need you, but not for your love. They need your hate. See, they need you to hate yourself. Because when you hate yourself, you do diabolical things to yourself. When you hate yourself, you sabotage yourself. When you sabotage yourself, you make this gameplay between you and the narcissist so much easier, as your self-sabotage takes away the competition. The narcissist doesn't have to work at competing against you because you're doing it. You're sabotaging yourself, and you're putting yourself in a weakened state thanks to their projections. That's all they need to do. So you give up trying. You give up trying to be lighthearted and kind and nice and looking at life through this lens of joy. You just start sinking into depression, and all you want to do is sleep. All you want to do is eat Cheetos and watch soap operas and daytime and nighttime drama. That's all you want to do. Or find an outlet through your gaming, Xbox or PlayStation, if they still have that anymore. I don't know, but it's like, this is what the narcissist does. And then it's like, okay, my work is done. Next. They leave you in this state on purpose. That's not love. That's not love. And they need you to hate yourself. And they want you to hate God, and how you hate God is by hating yourself. Because what does the commandment say? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, with all your strength. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. So the more you hate yourself, you're not going to turn to God. You're going to ignore him. And this just ends up feeding the void inside of the narcissist, as the narcissist has a black void, a black hole. And this void is consuming. This void is like a black hole, as it's an immense gravitational force and pulls you to the narcissist. That's why we can't let go of them. That's why we want them back. That's why when they come back, we take them back. Sometimes, the statistics are a woman takes a man back 9 times before she gets out. And when it's the 9th time, the only way she's getting out is through death. Yeah. Now, the statistics, I learned these statistics back 15 years ago. So they're obviously higher, especially with COVID, especially with, narcissism coming out, like it's coming out of the woodwork. There's like no closeted narcissists anymore. So the narcissist needs to control and manipulate. And it's not because they love you. It's not because they love you and they're obsessive about you. Yes, they get obsessive. Yes, they get controlling, as that's their motive, is to control you. But it's about their survival, surviving their own darkness, their own black void, because if they don't have you in their lives, their black hole is sucking them inside that black hole from the outside in, or the inside out. Like they're collapsing in on themselves. So they need you. But you are not meant to fight this fight alone. God's light reveals their deception, giving you the clarity to see beyond their illusions and strengthen yourself to break free. But I can't speak. Free. Blah, 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 blah. So you guys know what I'm saying. I'm just distracted. You guys are all talking. So I put it together. Okay. What are you guys talking about? Okay. Whatever. You guys just have your fun. So. Yeah, they unwillingly sabotage themselves. Yeah. You become a thug like when they push my buttons. I know, right? I know. But when you're stuck with someone, it really shows its horns. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. So. Okay, so last night before you logged off, you mentioned dreams. Last week I dreamt that I had a Canadian bill in my hand, looked over and seen a $10 American bill on the floor about 10 feet away from me. Amen. Picked it up, put it together with the Canadian bill and put it in my purse. Canada and Canada merging together, possibly with everything Trump has been saying. Trippy, eh? That's an awesome dream. That's an awesome dream. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And there's talk that Trump is actually talking about it. Not that he will, but I mean, I talked about this to friends like right when Trump was first elected. I'm just like, you watch, because a lot of my friends are in the States. And so I'm telling my friends, you watch. There's going to be, the border is going to dissolve and we're just going to be allowed to go back, and no passports for us anymore. That's cool. But there's talk that maybe Trump is talking like this to incite elections and to collapse the Canadian economy in order to, and now he's talking about taking on Greenland and some other nations. I mean, didn't he say he wanted to take back the Panama Canal? I mean, like, so he's instigating something, and I think this might have to do with some cha-ching, like your dream, some money. So I don't know. I'm not I don't follow politics. It's way over my head. I can't keep up with who's lying and what gaslight is, what gas belongs where, and what manipulation goes with whom, and I can't keep up. I just like, whoa, it's giving me a brain fart. Like seriously, it hurts. Brain cramp. So anyway, so I just stick with the narcissist. That's what I can handle. The little bitty narcissists that are in our lives, that's what I can handle. So not the big ones that control the country. So what can we do when fighting the narcissist only seems to strengthen the gravitational pull between us? Do we go back to them? No, we shouldn't go back to them. the answer lies in stopping the resistance. Now, at first, this may sound counterintuitive, but even Jesus teaches us not to resist an evil person. So, am I saying, oh, go along with the evil person, just make nice and just go along? Hasn't that been our downfall already? Like we've just sidelined ourselves by enabling the narcissist? I'm not saying enable the narcissist, no way. So, yeah, Trump mega, absolutely. So, I agree with that. However that looks, I don't know. I stopped following the drops and stuff along. I tried. I tried. I just, there's just so much, and I just like too much information. So just, we're the news now. That's all I need to know. We're the news now. We're bringing the truth. God has allowed us to see the truth, and I'm so grateful. That's what I'm grateful about. So every time we stand against the narcissist's gaslighting and the manipulation, we're engaging in a battle that we can't win. It's a fool's errand. This is the kind of resistance God warns us against, because it tricks us into frustration. So when we stand against the narcissist and we resist them by allowing them to trigger us and allowing ourselves to get frustrated within their gaslighting ways, and we're like, no, you're lying. Why won't you tell the truth? Like, listen to me. Like, how can this, like we're fighting their lack of common sense with our own common sense. And that's where it's foolish. Where God says a fool vents his anger, but a wise man holds it back. So this is like, to stand against a fool, to resist a fool, resist an evil person, is to get frustrated with them, because you're meeting them at the level of their ego, and you're trying to get them to see your perspective coming from your side of your ego and also the side of unconditional love, and it doesn't work. You can't, it's like asking an elephant to not use its trunk. Try to teach an elephant never to use its trunk. Try to tell an elephant that it's a fish. It's not going to happen. You're just going to get frustrated, and you're wasting your time. So that's what it's like with the narcissist. We're wasting our time trying to see reason with them. It's only causing us to become frustrated, and that's what frustration is. Frustration is a sort of resistance. And so what happens then is that frustration can become very dangerous, because when we don't see that we're giving ourselves over to frustration, this plays right into the narcissist's hands. They need our frustration to sustain their manipulative narrative, pulling us into a push and pull dynamic. This cycle not only leads to verbal conflict, but it can also escalate into physical confrontations. So the key to standing against the narcissist seems counterintuitive, but it's, don't stand against them. That seems counterintuitive, to stand alongside of them. Have you ever had a narcissist, when you disagreed with them, they say, why can't you be on my side for a change? See, that's, the narcissist sees our own, when we tap into our own ideas and our own thoughts and we disagree, which naturally you're going to disagree with people. That's how ideas, and that's how, thoughts are formed. Like, camaraderie and communication has to happen because of disagreements. That's how we learn to get along, is through disagreeing with each other. But the narcissist will say, oh, you're always disagreeing with me. You can never side with me. You always leave me alone. You never side with me. You always side with other people. And it's like, you're allowed to have, your own opinion and your own perception of things. But see, the narcissist wants you to agree with them in the way of enabling them. But standing against them is not to give over to an argument. To stand against them is to just remain neutral. understand that the narcissist is always coming towards you with their ego attached. And they want you to, they're trying to engage your ego so that they can have a verbal battle with you. So how you resist the narcissist is just to go neutral. You know, be Switzerland, as they say. You know, just be neutral. And that means take no side, stand in the strength of your own truth, knowing who they are and what their motives are. Don't allow them to trigger you. From the place of clarity, you then can shut down their attempts to engage with non-committal responses. You can talk to their ego by saying, thanks for asking me of my opinion, but I don't have an opinion on the matter. Oh, thanks for asking me what I think, but I'm going to choose to remain silent and observe the situation objectively. Sorry, guy. Sorry, girl. I'm making the choice to just stay observant, and I'm just going to stay quiet on this. You know, it's that easy, where a narcissist is like, come on, Shannon, get in on the conversation. You know, what do you think? What, you know, who do you think is right? Sorry, I don't have an opinion on this. I don't know enough about this to speak about it. Even though you may do, and even though you do want to share what you've got to say, it's kind of futile to do that. So it's just rather just stay silent. Let the narcissist fight it out. Let the narcissist think what they will. You're not here to convince them, because you can't. So just remain neutral. By refusing to engage, you break free from that magnetic pull. The narcissist thrives on emotional reactions, and when you withhold those, they lose their grip on you. Disengagement is your power, as neutrality is kind of like your shield, you know? And when you allow yourself to have some distance, you then begin to see the truth. The narcissist has nothing that you want or need. What you truly wanted from the narcissist is something that they could never give you. What you needed comes from within. Through the power of God within you, the love, the validation, the worth you sought out, where they never had it in them to give in the first place. You go into a relationship with them thinking that, okay, they can help me out. They can give me something that I'm missing. But no. You learn to trust your own instincts, the light inside of you. And the love that you thought that they could give you was just recycled from yourself anyway. So you already, excuse me, by the narcissist mirroring yourself back to you, you ended up falling in love with yourself. And you take you wherever you go. So how you become strong again is to take all that love that you had for the narcissist and apply it to yourself. All it is a matter of giving yourself permission. See, you can have a lifestyle that is full of abundance in health, family, comfortable affluence, to live off the land or live off, your money and share your wealth with others. I mean, that's allowed. But we don't go through the world to get it. We go through Jesus. You come through Jesus, the cross of Christ, and you come by your affluence of these gifts honestly. There's no manipulating people. See, these gifts are given to you by God. These gifts have already been given to you. You just have to take them. And how you take them is you have to go through the cross of Christ first. Make him your first love. These things will be given to you through the narcissist. Yeah, you can go that way, but these things are then stolen. And honey that is stolen is sweet to the taste, but it causes vomit. It causes you to feel nauseous, and it's not worth it. The narcissist is not authentic and genuine, and the cost of having the life that you want through the narcissist comes at a stiff price. Your integrity, your holy integrity. Oh yeah, hugs back to all of you guys too. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing the love. From Texas. Ooh, yeah. Is it warm there? Like right now? I know you guys have gotten snow there before, but I'm from Oshawa. I'm here in Ontario, Canada. So just a few miles from Lake Ontario. So I'm about a 20-minute drive from Lake Ontario. So the illusion breaks when you see the narcissist for who they truly are. They have nothing of lasting value. They may appear to possess what everyone desires because they've deceived people into believing that they are good, they're strong, they're deserving of God's blessings. But as the truth is revealed to you through example, like you have to feel this in order to know this and see this, unfortunately. You come into this painful reality that the narcissist has no blessing whatsoever from God, like nothing. Like they steal. They steal from God's children in order to have. Oh, they'll take your house right from underneath you if they can get away with it. They'll snooker-doodle you out of your ownership of your vehicle. They'll forge your signature on things just so that they can have a credit rating and a credit score. Yeah. So what the narcissist will never see is that you were the blessing in the narcissist's life, but they can't see it. Their blindness to your worth and their inability to value you reflects their own emptiness. Once you recognize this, you take back your blessing. You reclaim your power. You begin to value yourself. And you stop relying on the narcissist to define your worth. A worth that they only sought to devalue. They want to take away your value so that they can feel valuable. See, they even steal your inherent worth in order to make themselves feel worthy. They're just thieves. They're reckless thieves. And they don't know why they're doing it. Well, they just do it because they can. Your worth is eternal and it's priceless and rooted in the divine. And when you, when you truly see this, the narcissist will no longer hold any power over you. Their unworthiness becomes clear and you find the strength to leave them behind, stepping into the fullness of who you were created to be. In the end, the battle against the narcissist is not one fought with force, but with surrender. Surrendering to the truth. The narcissist's false light, their manipulations, and their promises of validation all fade away when we come to realize that what we truly need is already within us. It can't be found outside of us. The power of God resides within all of you. And it is only through God that we can truly know our worth. The narcissist may deceive others into believing they are worthy of admiration and respect, but their hollow existence is only sustained by the emotional chaos that they create. Their supposed blessings, the promised land that they promise to give us, I promise you that job, or you live with me, you don't have to work, or, if we build a family together, we'll have, it's all full of future faking, isn't it? Show us some of your old pictures. You really want it? You really want me to? You really want me to? Okay, hang on a sec. Double D dare me? Okay, fine. I'll do it. Okay, hang on. guys are in for a treat. That's me. That's grade 1. This is also me, grade 1. Told you, my mother had my hair cut. So, yeah, you guys asked for it now, eh? Okay, so I got these all out of order. Okay, this is grade 2. Grade 3. Grade 4. Grade 5. Grade 6. And I was sick this day. I was so pale. I felt so sick. Grade 7. Where's my grade 8? Grade 8. Grade 9. Grade 10. Grade 11. This would have been my grade 12. I left home, so yeah, so I got some pictures this was when I was 17. So yeah, so there you go. I haven't changed. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, I can't believe I showed you guys, but yeah. And yep, the 90s. And these are my twin daughters and my son. So, yeah, my son was 2 and my girls were 1. So, yeah, little baby pictures. So out of respect for them, I won't show any more of them. You know, I don't think they would, I didn't have their permission to share those, but yeah. So I would have graduated the class of 91. But I left school or left home when I was 17 in grade 11, so I never went back. So thank you. Well, thanks for asking. So there you go. So see, messy hair. And big honking glasses. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So yeah. So I hope this video has helped you guys and we had a little bit of fun. It was awesome. So you guys are going to have to now send me your pictures. You got my email. Now I want to see some pictures of you guys. So fair is fair, right? So how we change over the years, yeah. Okay, so what's going on with you guys here? So oh, okay, I missed a story here. Yeah, I'm 52 years old. So thanks, Resistor. So thank you, Joe. Yeah, it was my foster dad. He, you know, he like I said, my foster mom wanted to keep my hair, you know, short all the time, and I remember one time he started advocating for me to, and talking to his wife and saying, no, let her grow out her hair. So it was like there was a compromise. It wasn't short. It got a little bit longer, and so yeah, but that's, my short hair was because of my foster mom. So I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know. I have my thoughts on that, and that's a judgment, and I'm just, I let it go. I'm in control now, so I'm good because, nobody can, if my hair got cut off, it's not the end of the world, like, but I get to choose now. I get to choose, and I'm growing it. I'm growing it. So, I think so. I have to say that, yeah, she kept her, eye on me, and kept me from living and enjoying life, as a kid and a teen should. So, but yeah, but looking back, it's all good. It's all good. So one day you'll visit Quebec. Oh, that would be nice. I just want to visit Toronto again. It's like I'm in Oshawa, and it's like such a long commute, an hour commute and the traffic. Like, it would be nice if we had, if we had our own, gliders, and we could just glide, those self-propelled personal airplanes, if you want to call them. I don't know what you would call them. Drones that fit people. How's that? If we had our own drones, and we could just a family of 4, and we could just take our drone out instead of going through the highways. We could just take to the air and just be there quick. That would be fun. So, aw, thank you, Nicholas. Yeah, it's because I don't smoke, don't drink, don't eat meat. I take care of myself. I pray, I talk to God, I read the Bible, and I think that's why we retain our youth, is because we're spiritual. And, the narcissists, you notice that they don't age well. And it's because their hearts are actually showing on the decaying their bodies. And the more you follow God, the more you fall in love with God, that love restores your youth. I mean, you have a youthful appearance because you're in love. I mean, that's what love does. Love makes everything beautiful, right? So, Matt says, my wife still won't cancel divorce. I'm a covert narcissist, 48 years old, and she said I'll be alone. Oh my gosh. So why won't she give you a divorce? So, yeah, in Canada, where I would love to go? I have an internet friend that I met, almost 20 years ago now. We've never met each other in person, but I was on Facebook, and I talked her through, suicide, and I just stayed with her the night and talked with her. And so we formed a friendship, and she's in the States, and it turns out that she asked me, what's your favorite movie of all time? And I said, Anne of Green Gables. And she's like, mine too. And so we want to, meet each other for the first time in Prince Edward Island in Canada, where, the set for Anne of Green Gables was. So if you guys like Anne of Green Gables, then let's do that. Let's try to do something, after all this mess with, Canada and the United States and the world is done, let's make this happen. That would be so fun. So yeah, I want to go there and go to the Bay of Fundy. And in Halifax, Nova Scotia, some of you Canadians might know this, that there is a wildlife reserve, and is called Hope for Wildlife. And this woman, she takes in the wildlife, like the injured wildlife in the area, and she has become, she's probably got videos on YouTube, but she was on the Knowledge Network, Canadian broadcasting service, and she was on Hope for Wildlife. And it was just, my daughter, I raised my daughter on Hope for Wildlife because we had 2 channels out on the farm, and that's all we could watch was Hope for Wildlife and some other stuff. And so my daughter at one time wanted to become a veterinarian because of watching Hope for Wildlife. And it was just, just a very inspiring show. So Matt says I feel like I'm going to die when she leaves. I'm severely trauma bonded. Oh, honey, you're gonna be okay. What kind of stuff do you do for yourself? Like, do you take any time out for yourself? Do you exercise? Do you go for walks? Do you bike ride? Do you kayak? Do you, woodwork? Do you paint? Do you play pickleball or bocce ball or something like that? Like, what kind of things, Matt, can you do for yourself that allows you to just enjoy your friends and enjoy your alone time and just allow your soul to speak? Get in touch with your soul and start doing things. Maybe pick up the guitar, So, oh my gosh. I'm going through the same thing. My boyfriend will probably get deported too. He's in the country prison now, and I'm alone. Oh my gosh. Play Uno. Yeah, or solitaire. Solitaire is a good game. I like playing solitaire. Or I'm kind of addicted to, what's it called? Pet Rescue Saga. Or I like playing Scrabble, Facebook games. Scrabble is a good one because it hones in on your vocabulary. And what I used to do, and you still can get them at the grocery store, they're like $10 a pop now though, but you can find them on the internet and print them out. Just cryptic puzzles, crosswords, and word searches. And, it expands your vocabulary. And when you expand your vocabulary, you actually that is a good way to gain confidence. So that's just a heads up. So Jenga, yeah. Yeah, I like, even if I didn't have somebody to play Trivial Pursuit with me, I would open up the cards and just read them to learn trivia for myself. That's another confidence booster right there, is just play trivial games and just challenge yourself. What do I know? And it's a confidence booster. Twister, how do you play that by yourself? Really? You gotta be a contortionist, I guess. I guess that would help. That would help somebody learn how to do the back bend and do specific gymnastics, I guess. So. Monopoly. Yeah, we did a video the other day about playing Monopoly with narcissists. Oh my gosh. That's just not fun. I hate Monopoly because of it. Some narcissists just suck the fun out of playing games like, Risk, the Game of Life, chess, backgammon. I love backgammon. But yeah, playing games with narcissists, like board games, even trivial games, like, oh man, just playing any game with a narcissist, bowling, badminton, basketball, it's just like, holy frick. It's not worth the hassle. They just rub it in when they're winning, and then when you start winning, they're a sore loser. And they make every excuse. Oh, there wasn't enough air in the ball, or the wind blew the birdie away, or you know what, I forgot to collect my $200 when I'm past go. You know, it's like, frick. So guys, how y'all all doing? So how do you say I'm hungry. I gotta go book this video so I can go make some lunch. So, but I've had a wonderful conversation with you guys. It was so nice, and thanks for allowing me to share my pictures with you. That was fun too. So if you guys want to hang with me tonight at 10 Eastern time, I'll be here, and we can talk and have some fun and enjoy each other's company. So yeah. So hidden picture games are fun too. Yeah, they are. Memory games are fun. So thank you everyone for joining and taking the time to share your time, your valuable time with me. I appreciate you. And if you guys want extra help, there's valuable links in the description of this video. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my website, because I'm an author. I'm an author. I've been doing this since writing since I was grade 2. But seriously, authoring books since 2008. So this is what I do. So if you guys like to read, I got some reading material for you. And it's not all self-help. Some of it is, well, all of it is rooted in Christ. That's the main thing. So I write for Jesus. So anyways, I want to say thank you, and I hope to see you again tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern. Until then, enjoy your afternoon and enjoy your evening, and make this day great. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.